南无萨兰陀世界多耶阿拉伯帝三藐三菩提心。
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 上人、诸位法师、诸位佛友，阿弥陀佛。I have the Pali version of the mantra， 这个是巴利文。释法师在讲法的时候，他都会也念这个东西。那我们昨天讲过，这个意思就是这文的意思就是皈依十方尽虚空界一切诸佛。So yesterday we explained what this line or verse mantra means. It means taking refuge with all Buddhas throughout the 10 directions. 我们来山城释迦牟尼佛 so we will say Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha said, Homage our founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage our founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage our founding teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha. Homage to the Shurangama Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to the Shurangama Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Homage to the Shurangama Assembly of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. We'll read the English, Chinese first, the English. 中文开始，无上甚深微妙法，百千万劫难遭遇。我今见闻得受持。愿解如来真实义 Supreme and wondrous Dharma, simple and profound, really is encountered even in billions of years. And now I see and hear it, accept and uphold it, and truly understand the Buddha's actual meaning. 那我们昨天就开始在谈四种清净明慧。Yesterday we started to discuss the four clear teachings, instructions on purity. 我们简单的复习一下 the quick review what we covered last night. 我们首先讲的这个四种清净明慧是哪四个？So we talk about what are these four instructions. The first one is you renounce sexual desire, 这个断淫。Second one, renounce killing, 断杀、断盗 stealing. Finally, false claims, 断妄语、大妄语。所以这就是我们这礼拜要谈的，就是这四种清净明慧。那这个四种清净明慧和我们五戒讲的是很类似，对不对 ？Very similar to 5 precepts. These are the 5 precepts. First 4 of them. These are very similar, except the sexual misconduct. This is number 3, and in the 4 clear teachings, renounce sexual desire is number 1. 我们讲的这个在五戒里头，这个是排在第3位。那在四种清净明慧里头，临戒是在第1位。就是这个一个很大的差别。同时我们也讲到这个五戒是讲的邪淫，但是在八关斋戒里头，这个第5条戒我们是不在那个四种清净明慧里头，因为这个第5条戒，这个9戒，这个不是重戒。And we also talk about this. Refrain from taking intoxicants. This precept is not major precept, okay, so that's why it's not included in the 4 clear teaching instructions. 那我们同时也谈到八关斋戒 We also discussed the 8 precepts. The difference between the 8 precepts and the 5 precepts are 3 additional precepts listed here. 那八关斋戒是8条戒，就是多了和五戒比起来多了 后面这3条戒。但是同时呢，第3条戒有很大的差别。And the third precept is quite different between 5 precepts and 8 precepts. 那差别在哪里？在这个八关斋戒，这个5戒是戒邪淫，对不对？八关斋戒呢 ？So the 5 precepts refrain from sexual misconduct. What about the 8 precepts? 八关斋戒，你们知道不讲啊？是断权 ，OK， 包括真言在内。For 8 precepts, it's refrain from any sexual activities, including married couple, okay? And misconduct is any relation outside the marriage considered as misconduct. For 8 precepts, even married couple are not supposed to engage in sexual activity while you are upholding the 8 precepts. 那邪淫戒就是指的婚外情。那在八关斋戒5戒不戒夫妻之间的真淫，但是八关斋戒呢，这个夫妻之间也不能够行房。如果你在持八关斋戒的时候，那我们也讲到，这个这条戒是在家戒和出家戒的一个分野在这边。We also talk about this is the major difference between the lay precepts and the monastic precepts. And for lay precepts, it's always sexual misconduct. Monastic precept is sexual activities. 那八戒和在家戒和出家戒的分野就在第3这条戒上头。在家戒是允许邪淫，就是允许正淫戒邪淫，但是出家戒呢，就是全断淫欲。所以八关斋戒讲的是这个给在家人持的出家戒，因为它是讲的是戒全断淫欲，所以它其实是个出家戒。And we also say that the 8 precept is the monastic precept for design, specific for laity. The main reason is because this precept refrain from any sexual activity, and so that's it's considered as monastic precept. 那4种清净明慧也是属于出家戒，也是属于出家戒。讲过了 ，and the 4 clear teachings is also considered as the monastic precepts. 那我也谈过那个4种清净明慧那4条，其实就是比丘的4条中戒。And also mentioned that the 4 clear instructions, they are exactly the bhikshus' major precepts. They are, of course, they are monastic precepts. 接下来我们就开始谈到经文。Then we start to discuss the sutra text. Now, let's read this together as a way to review, and Chinese first and the English. 先中文，再英文。阿难整衣服，于大众中合掌顶礼，心积圆明，悲心交集，欲益未来诸众生故，稽首白佛，大悲世尊，我今以悟成佛法门，始终修行得无疑惑。Ananda straightened his robes, and in the midst of the assembly placed his palms together and bowed. At once joyful and sorrowful, he now understood perfectly the path his mind has taken. Wishing to benefit the beings of the future, he bowed his head and said respectfully, greatly compassionate World Honored One, now I understand this Dharma of becoming a Buddha. I can practice this method unhindered by the slightest doubt. 这段简单的讲一下 and just go through this very quickly. I think English is clear enough. Chinese may not be as clear. Chinese is always terse because these are more like classical Chinese. 那就在阿难陀尊者他整衣服应该是站起来，在大众中合掌顶礼。心机圆明，就是他的心，把这个机不要去看他脚，他的心很圆明，很明亮。明亮代表是智慧，因为有智慧呢，就是有光明，所以你看到光线，那就是代表智慧。So here is talking about actually this. This I'm talking about this line here. Perfect the path his mind has taken. So this translation doesn't really translate this as radiance. Chinese this is perfect radiance, and this translates the perfect, understood perfectly. Of course, you understood, you have wisdom, then you understand perfectly. 那这个代表就是他有了智慧，所以他能够了解到怎么样去修行。后面讲到悲心交集，就是可以说是喜极而涕，或者说他是一方面有伤心，一方面有高兴。寓意未来诸众生故，他为了要利益将来的来世的众生，他就和佛顶礼了，然后就称佛陀是大悲世尊。我现在已经悟成佛法门，我现在已经了解到怎么样成佛的方法。那我照这个去修行的话，是没有疑惑，就是修行方法没有疑惑。So essentially, the Ananda bowed to the Buddha, saying that he already understood how to cultivate to become a Buddha, and he has no doubt at all about the method. 继续念 ，continue。常闻如来说，无是言，智慧得度先度人者，菩萨发心，知觉语言能觉他者，如来应是。I have often heard the Askan one say that Bodhisattvas resolve to help others make the crossing before completing the crossing themselves, while the Buddhas, having already completed the crossing, act in the world by guiding others to enlightenment. 那这一段这是阿难尊者讲的，他说他常常听过如来佛怎么说，智慧得度，你自己还没有得度，还没有，他这个意思就是其实还没有成佛的意思，完全这个是最高的开悟，就是自己还没有成佛，先度人家去成佛，这个是菩萨的发心。菩萨他的发心是这样的，就是自己不成佛，我们要度人家成佛。就像上人他说是在我们后面成佛，就是这个意思。So this is what Ananda recall what he learned from the Buddha. That say that before you become a Buddha and you want to help others to become Buddha, then this is a result for the Bodhisattva. Here, this using crossing for this character do. It means crossing, okay, but here it means become a Buddha. Okay, so. 然后自觉语言就是自己已经完全觉悟了，就是已经成佛了，然后再回来觉悟他人，那这个是如来，可以说是如来出世，如来佛出到这个世间来，他已经是成佛了嘛，然后再回到这个世间来，他就要度这些众生。So for Buddhas, they already become a Buddha already. But they come back to the world to save other beings. So these are the difference between Buddha and Bodhisattvas like that. So and We also know that the Vinamasa vowed to wait until we all become Buddha before he became a Buddha, right? So he's like a Bodhisattva. His result is like a Bodhisattva. 地藏菩萨也是这样 also that first those Bodhisattvas like that. 继续念 continue. 我虽未度，愿度为末劫一切众生。I myself have not completed the crossing, but I vow to bring across all beings who live in the future, in the time of the Dharma's ending. 这个他就是讲到，因为前面他讲说菩萨和佛的不同，对不对？但是他没有讲说，然后接下来他就说他要当菩萨，所以他讲到，我虽然还没有度，就是还没有成佛，但是我发愿要度为末劫，就是末法时代的一切众生。So here the Ananda only say that the difference between Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, but he didn't say what he wanted to become, right? And this line here say that he vowed to become a Bodhisattva, because even though he haven't completed the crossing, he haven't become Buddha yet, but he vowed to help beings in the future to become a Buddha. Continue. 继续，世尊，此诸众生去佛见缘，学识说法如恒而沙，欲摄其心入三摩地，云何令其安立道场？愿诸魔事于菩提心得无退去。Were on the one, the beings of that time will have become more and more distant from the Buddha, as many false teachers as there are sanguines in the river Ganges, will pretend to teach the Dharma. Should any beings of that time wish to guard and focus their minds so that they can enter Samadhi, how may I guide them toward establishing a place for awakening where their practice will be secure against demonic disturbances and where they will not retreat from their resolve to become enlightened? 这边只是阿难尊者他继续讲的说，他讲到末法时代嘛，这众生已经离佛越来越远了，就像我们现在一样。学师说法如恒而沙，学师呢到处在说法，学师的数字像好比恒河的沙一样那么多。So Ananda continued to say that at the time that the Dharma is ending, this like our time now, there are many we call the false teachers. Okay? This, I think in the past we translated as deviant teachers. Their number is as numerous as sanguines in Ganges River, and they pretend to teach the Dharma, the right Dharma. 那就是在这种情形下，要摄众生的心，然后让他们能够入定，要怎么样去建立一个道场？这样子的话，他们可以远诸魔事，他们不会被魔所来打扰、侵扰他们，然后他们的菩提心也不会退转。So Ananda continued to ask, how do you establish in the past we'll say way place, here is place for awakening, and like a monastery, how do we establish a monastery, and so that these beings in the future, and they can gather their mind and enter samadhi, and in the monastery they won't be disturbed by demons, and also they won't retreat in their resolve to become enlightened. Continue， 继续。尔时世尊于大众中称赞阿难：善哉善哉，如汝所问，阿耨多罗，救护众生，目解沉溺，如今谛听，当为汝说。Then the world honored one praised Ananda before the great assembly, saying, Excellent, excellent. You have asked how a place for awakening may be established in order to rescue and protect beings who are sinking and drowning during the time of the Dharma's ending. 那这个只是世尊佛陀在称赞阿难尊者问的这个问题。So this is the Buddha praised Ananda. That's the good question. 然后他就说他要开始解释给他听，给阿难尊者听，要他仔细听。So the Buddha said that he's going to explain to Ananda and ask him to listen carefully. Continue. 继续。阿难大众巍然奉教。Ananda and all the others in the assembly replied that they would respectfully accept and follow the instructions. 那我们昨天其实就是谈到这边，我们讲到一个云南观音的故事。Yesterday actually we stopped here. Before we start, we talk about the Guanyin's story. She pretended to be a young lady selling fish, and the way she transformed herself into that is to use desire to sort of lead this young man in the village to become a Buddhist, to start Buddhism. 那我们讲了这个故事，云南观音的故事，就是观音菩萨她变化成一个卖鱼的一个年轻的女子。因为她长得很漂亮，所以很多年轻人都要跟她求婚。利用这个机会，还是让这些年轻人去诵经，慢慢的学佛，这是这个故事。就是说，当然淫欲是要断的，但是这些佛菩萨他们有时候会利用这个我们所谓欲令入佛智，先以欲勾牵。你要让人家得到佛的智慧，先要用欲望去把它勾引过来。So usually, of course, we have to renounce sexual desire, like the Four Clear Teaching. The first one is renounce sexual desire. But for Buddha's Bodhisattva, these sages, they sometimes make use of a desire to lead people to study Buddhism. 继续念 ，continue。佛告阿难：汝常闻我毗南耶中宣说修行三觉定义。所谓摄心为戒，因戒生定，因定发慧，是则名为三无漏学。The Buddha said to Ananda, and I have explained the denial. You have often heard me speak of the three essential elements of spiritual practice, precepts which require us to guard and focus the mind. Samadhi exists from following precepts, and wisdom which appears out of samadhi. One more line. These are the three practices that can follows. 那这段是很重要的，你看到这个戒定慧在那边，是这个佛陀就告诉阿难尊者还有其他的大众说，你常常听我在毗南耶，毗南耶指的就是戒律，在佛陀讲戒的时候，常常说到这个修行的三觉定义，就是戒定慧，这叫三无漏学。So the Buddha taught Ananda that when he explained the linear, this is precepts, the Buddha often talk about the three essential elements of spiritual practice. these are precepts, samadhi, and wisdom. So these are called the three practice and outflows. 那我们这边讲的每一个戒定慧，就是几个字，摄心，这个是戒。那因为戒的关系，持戒的关系，你是生的定力，因为有定的，就开发了智慧。Okay. So this already translated already. No, English translation is explained already. Let's explain the Chinese meaning. The Chinese is very terse. Explain what is precepts, samadhi, and wisdom are. So precepts which require us to guard and focus the mind. And you can also then contain the mind as a precept. Then samadhi, when you're upholding the precepts well, you enter samadhi. That's why it said that samadhi arises from following precepts. Then when you are in the samadhi, then the wisdom will reveal. 你在定中的话，那个智慧，自己的原来的智慧就会显现出来，发掘出来。只有三无漏学，就是没有漏的。And outflows. 这个是上人在解释这个摄是什么意思。So this is the Dharma Master interpretation of the Chinese this character 摄。摄上人讲这个摄持的，就好像那个吸铁石一样，把东西吸过来，摄过来。那他讲的我们这个心呢，一天到晚就往外去，就攀缘嘛，看到外面的外缘就会去抓它，一天到晚去打别人的妄想。So this already translated to guard and focus. Chinese character here means like a gathering. The master used an analogy, say that when you have a magnet, the magnet will attract iron firing. And this character means that you sort of attract your mind, your thoughts. I think one way to translate will be like contain the mind. I thought it would be a good translation for searching these two characters. And here, David decided to use guard and focus the mind, focus the mind, of course, that and towards that guard and focus. 那这个就是上人讲的，我们这个攀缘心呢，就会常常去找，像比如说有钱人呢，去和贵人接近。Master continued to explain that when a lot of people will try to establish connection with wealthy people and who are also those are in high position. 摄心就是要把我们那个向外跑的心给把它带回来，要让它东跑西跑。So let's collect these thoughts. This is an old translation. I think this also is fine. You don't let your mind to go everywhere and want to content and then collect your thoughts back. 上来就继续讲说，我们这个心呢，你不叫它跑，它又跑了；你不叫它打妄想，没有1分钟又打起妄想来。So the master continued to say that our mind run away easily, even if we don't want it to run away, it'll still run away. 我想这个大家都有经验，在打坐的时候，我念佛念观音菩萨圣号都是一样，我们那个心不容易止住。I think probably everyone has experience of minds wandering all over the place, especially when you are meditate, you recite mantra or sutra. Even you are bowing, your mind is still wandering. 甚至我们在拜忏的时候，那个心里也不晓得跑到哪里去。身体在拜，但是心不晓得到哪里去。So even though you are bowing, your mind may not be bowing. So that's a problem with ordinary people. 那这是一般人的一个通病。这个上人就继续讲了，这个妄想停了呢，那个妄想又生出来。前念灭，后念生。前面一个念头灭了，后面一个念头生。那后面这个念生了以后灭了，那再后一个念头生出来，就是念念不停的，永远就是那个就像波浪一样，没有停止的时候。So the master just continue to say that our thoughts just keep coming, one after another, and it's just like a wave, right? Never end. This is what our minds function. 我们这个是孔子讲的话，我们可以念。This is Confucius' word. You can recite this, read this together. 孔子曰：“出入无时，莫知其详。唯心是谓语。” Confucius said, "It may come and go at any time, and there is no way to know where it is heading. This is a distribution of the mind." 这个解释讲得很清楚、很简单。出入无时，就是你出去和进来没有时间，你不晓得他什么时候出去，什么时候回来。那我们想看看你的心是不是这样子，你的妄想。你知道你下一次接下来要打什么妄想吗？你想了老半天以后，然后回来了，什么时候回来你也不晓得。So this describes the heart and the mind very well. It may come and go at any time. So you don't know what thoughts you'll have the next minute, the next second, right? And you don't know when you'll stop that thought and return to your still mind. You don't know either. 那他出去以后呢，你不知道他到哪里去，是莫知其详，你不知道他到哪里去了。Also, you don't know where your mind goes, where it's heading. 那这个就是在讲的心。This is a description of the mind. Very well said. 所以这个就这8个字就把我们的心像猿猴一样，解释得非常非常的清楚。上人这边就讲得很清楚。我们所以不能成佛，不能开悟，不能了道，就是因为没有制住我们的这个心。如果你把你的心制到一处呢，无事不办，置之一处无事不办，什么事情都会成就。So the master says very clearly here, the reason why we can become Buddhas, can become enlightened, can awaken to the way, is because we have no control of our mind. If you can get your thoughts together, collect your thoughts, there's nothing you cannot do. You'll be successful at everything. 所以我们有妄想，你也不用觉得说自己不行。So don't feel bad that you have wandering thoughts. Everybody has it. 那要紧的就是说，我们怎么样知道有妄想，怎么样把它止住，这个是我们要下的功夫。So the important point that we know we all have these wandering thoughts, but how are we going to contain it? How do we collect our thoughts? That's the most important thing. And if you are successful to do that, then you can become Buddha very quickly. 我们如果能够把我们的心置之一处的话，那就无事不办，要成佛也不是一件难的事情。这个是孟子的一段话，我们也来念一念。This is from Mencius. Can read it together as well. 哀哉，人有鸡犬放， 则知求之；有放心而不知求，学不知道无他，求其放心而已矣。Paul said, when one loses one's chicken or dog, one will definitely go to find it. But when one loses one's mind, one does not go to find it. The way of studying is nothing but finding the lost mind. 这个讲古代一般人家里都会养鸡啊，那当然也都有狗。你有鸡跑掉了，有狗跑掉了，你会去找，对不对？会没有人去找吗？ So this is talking about the old days in the village, in the farm. People always raise chicken, ducks, these animals. And when you lose your chicken or dog, you'll definitely go to find it, right? You won't just say forget it. 但是呢，有放心而不知求。这个放字和我们一般想的那个放字不太一样，这个古文嘛，就是放就是跑掉的意思。那有放心呢？这个放心不是说你不用担心的意思。现代的放心是你不用放心，你放心哪了？不用担心。这个放心是你的心跑掉了 ，OK， 是就像这鸡犬放，对，鸡犬跑掉了，你的心跑掉了，但是你不知道去找它。你鸡啊狗跑掉，你知道去找，对不对？那你的心跑掉，你不知道去找它。So when you lose a chicken, you definitely go to find it. But when your mind's lost, you don't know how to find it, right? 这就是我们嘛，对不对？我们心到处打妄想，你不晓得把它找回来。That's a very good description of our mind. We have thoughts after thoughts, but we don't know how to find our mind back. 接下来讲的学不知道无他，求其放心而已矣。那这个他们用的这个是儒家的用语，和我们佛家的就不太一样。学不知道，他们也是学道。你学掉，我们讲说修道没有其他的。修行，他在讲的是修行的道路的方法，没有什么，是什么？求其放心而已。要把你的心找回来，就是这样子。修行怎么修行？就是把你那个丢掉的心把它找回来，就像你去找你的狗、你的猫一样，把它找回来，那你这个修行就成功了。So then continuously, the way of studying is very simple. Just go to find the lost mind. Okay, this is just like in Buddhism we also say the cultivation, right? And this is Confucianism. They also cultivate, and they also know to find the lost mind. 这个儒家他们也是讲修行，也讲到要把心找回来。那我们学佛更应该把心找回来。所以就讲了摄心为戒，就是要把心找回来，对不对？把心控制着。那这个是戒 ，OK， 这个就是戒，就是这样子。So the precepts are designed to collect your thoughts. That's more like a definition to me. The precepts are gathering your mind, to collect your mind's precepts. 那就是把你的心摄住的，这就是戒。戒是什么？止恶防非。戒有不止一个意思。你说我们一般讲到戒毒、戒烟，那就是停止，对不对？那是止恶。但是戒还有一个警戒的意思，就警告、防止你作恶。所以戒字的意思就是止恶和防非那个意思。The Chinese character, 戒 is precept. The precept is 戒. This character has at least two meanings. One is quit. You have to quit smoking, quit wine, alcohol, quit anything, quit. This is one meaning. So you want to stop put a stop to evil. But it can also means to refrain from doing something. So you refrain from transgressions, prevent from transgression. That's what precept means in this Chinese character. 那我们一般讲的戒，我们有知道佛教里头很多戒，对不对？ So we know that there are many precepts in Buddhism. 这个一般可以分作声闻戒和菩萨戒。那最基本的是五戒，大家都很清楚。This the most basic precepts by precept, you know that. And then you have precept, 然后八戒、八关斋戒。再上去呢，就是沙弥的十戒。Then above that is the 10 precepts. Then following that, there will be Bhikshu and Bhikshuni's precepts. Bhikshu precepts at 250. Bhikshuni has almost like 350. 那这些是所谓的声闻戒 These are called the Shavaka precept. Then there is the second category, this Bodhisattva precept. 那另外一大列就是菩萨戒。这个菩萨戒是只有北传才有菩萨戒，南传他们没有菩萨戒，他们就只有所谓的声闻戒。The Bodhisattva precepts belong to Mahayana only. The Theravada, they don't have Bodhisattva precept at all. They have only the Shavaka precept. 那菩萨戒就是在家有6种28，出家是10种48境界，这是一般我们受的菩萨戒是这样，所以是有很多戒，对不对？你就像具足戒、比丘、比丘尼戒，这个200-300多戒，所以很多很多。So you can see there are many precepts, especially the called the complete precepts, the Bhikshu, Bhikshuni's precepts, the 200-300 precepts. 那这是一般我们谈的戒，还有戒有比较简单的戒，有比较 they are more like brief precepts in brief. 那我想这个大家讲出来，其实大家也都很熟悉的。This is from the Kashyapa Buddha, 是迦叶佛。大家知道迦叶佛是哪一尊佛吗 ？Anyone knows which Buddha is Kashyapa Buddha? 我们在拜量王宝忏的时候，有没有拜到迦叶佛 ？You remember that we bow to Kashyapa Buddha in the repentance? 那个过去7佛，对不对？我们一开始拜都会拜弥勒佛，那是刚来的弥勒佛。但是过去有7佛，释迦牟尼佛是最后一尊嘛？那释迦牟尼佛前一尊是哪一位 ？So we bow to the 7 past Buddhas, including Shakyamuni Buddha. It's the number 7. The one before him is the Kashyapa Buddha. 迦叶佛就是第6尊，是释迦牟尼佛前一尊佛。他的戒经呢很简单，这个大家都很清楚。He has a very brief precepts. I think everybody knows about it. 诸恶莫作，众善奉行，自净其意，是诸佛教。Do no evil, practice so good, and purify your mind. These are the teachings of our Buddhas. This is his precept. 这是迦叶佛的戒经，很简单嘛，对不对？诸恶莫作，就不作恶了。所有的善事都要去做它。然后呢，要自净其意，把你的心好好的清净起来。就这是3件事情，这个都是诸佛在教。其实这个是个戒经，是戒经。So only 3 things, right? Do no evil, not any evil, okay, and practice any good, every good, and finally purify your mind. So these are the teachings of our Buddhas. These are actually all the precept sutra, precept sutra. 所以刚刚从250条戒、318条戒可以浓缩成这个之间其实只有3条，对不对 ？So you can condense the 250 or 348 into only 3 precepts, right? Only the 3 lines. 所以这个就是很简单的戒，但是它这个包罗万有，是不是 ？But let's include everything. You say, do no evil, not even any slight evil you're supposed to do. 这个诸恶什么恶都不能做，什么善都要做。那最难的恐怕就是自净其意。And you have practiced so good, purify your mind. I think this is probably the most difficult one, but it's the most important one. 自净其意，这就是一个最重要的。我们可以看看为什么是这样子。所以，那这边是有3条，对不对？有12个字。And here we got 3 lines here. But the Shurangama Sutra gives us the definition of precept is much shorter. 那这4种清净明慧给我们的这个戒的定义更简单，就是摄心为戒，2个字，对不对？刚刚那个还有3条，这边只有2个字，摄心为戒。So here is only 1 line. It's collecting your thoughts or containing your mind. This is the precept. So this is even more briefer than Kashyapa Buddha's precept sutra, right? 所以这个为什么会是这个东西？摄心就是个戒。So then we have to study why gathering your mind or containing your mind is precept. Study that later. 这个是那个八大人觉经的经文，叫做心为恶缘，心为罪首。This is taken from the very short sutra. It's called the Awakenings of Great People. The mind is the source of all evils. 这个我想大家都很清楚，心是恶缘，所有的恶都是从心来的。你就讲一切唯心造，就是这样子。So we say everything is made the mind alone. So this is what it says there. 在摄摄章经里头有一章讲的也是很清楚。This is taken from the sutra in 42 sections. Section 31. Stilling the mind, dispel desire. 是心起欲除，这是欲望会除掉。你的心静下来了，极静下来以后，你的欲望就会除掉。我们可以来念这个经文。Let's read this text together. It's Chinese verse in English. 佛言：有人患淫不止，欲自断淫。佛谓之曰：若断其淫，不如断心。心如工草，工草若止，从者都息。邪心不止，断淫何益？ The Buddha said once someone was plagued by ceaseless sexual desire and wished to castrate himself. The Buddha said to him, to cut off your genitals would not be as good as to cut off your mind. Your mind is like a supervisor. If the supervisor stops, his employees will also quit. If the deviant mind is not stopped, what good does it do to cut off the organ? 这个讲的是那时候很露骨的，真的。这个讲到佛陀时代的时候，他有个弟子，就是他的淫欲没有办法停止，但他想要断这个淫欲呢，他想到一个办法，他要把他的阳具给切掉。And this is talking about, I think must be a disciple of the Buddha. And this person has very strong sexual desire. He couldn't stop it. and he thought about a good way to stop his sexual desire. He want to castrate himself. Okay. 那佛陀就对他讲说，你要把你的阳具给断掉了，切掉了，不如把你的心给切掉、断掉。Okay. And the Buddha told him to cut off your male organs would not be as good as cut off your mind. This, of course, is not really about cut off the mind. It just means stop the thoughts. 这个断心当然不是说把心给切掉，是说把你那个欲望、欲念那个念头给断掉。那佛陀就继续讲说，心如工巢了，工巢若只，从此得心。心呢，就像工巢，就是工头一样。工头如果停下来的话，他下面的人也就停下来。老板停工的时候，下面的人也跟着停。So the Buddha clearly said that your mind is like a supervisor, or like the workers, and the leader of the workers. If the supervisor stops, his follower, his employees will also quit. 那邪心不止呢，断因合一。你如果那个淫欲的心不停下来的话，你把阳具给断掉了，有什么帮助？没有什么帮助，对不对？So if you don't stop your evil mind, your unwholesome mind, the mind of sexual desire, and what good is to cut off your sexual organ? It's no use. 那同样的这一讲的就是心是老板，所以 so this is just emphasize the mind is the boss, right? You steal the mind, can dispel desire. 就是你把心停止下来的话，你的欲望就会除掉。这就为什么那个心这么重要，这是为什么我们要摄心。That's why you need to contain our mind. And if we can contain our mind, then we won't do any bad things, right? 我们如果能够把心置之为处的话，你就不会去作恶。那你能够控制你的心的话，你可以去行善。你把心置之为处，你的心就是清净。So if you have well control of your mind, then you can do all the good things, and can keep your mind pure. 那接下来就讲说因戒生定，因定法位。Then the next is talking about samadhi, which arises from following precepts, and wisdom appeared out of samadhi. 这个上人讲的就是你有了戒以后，就会生出定来。就是你要持戒，持了清净以后，就会生出定。那由这个定就生出真正的智慧出来。So this, I don't think I have English here. This is just talking about that when you uphold the precepts well, purely, then you will able to enter samadhi. And when I use samadhi, then your wisdom will reveal. 那这边上面就讲一个譬喻，就像说你有一瓶水，这个水如果里头是浑的，是有沙泥的，你有沙泥的时候你看不透。So the master gave an analogy, like you have a bottle of water. This is muddy water, and so you won't be able to see through. 但是你如果让这个瓶子的水沉静下来，就静止在那边，过了一阵子以后，这个沙泥会沉淀下来，上头的水就清澈了。就是这些尘垢的沉淀，这就是你不是到处乱跑，你的心就会定下来。So if you set this bottle of water on a table and don't move that, and slowly the mud, the dirt will settle down, and the water will become clear, right? And that movement, this is like a samadhi. Then, because it becomes clear, then you can see things through, see it through. That means you have the wisdom. 那这个水变清了以后，你就看透，看透了就表示你有智慧，就是智慧就显露出来。So this the 那戒为什么会生定？你持戒的话，你就不会做一些乱七八糟的事情。那你如果做一些不好的事情的话，你的心不可能够定下来。所以大家会有那个经验，你如果心里头有很多事情，那你在打坐的时候，你不可能定下来。if you follow the precepts, then you won't have that many thoughts. If you keep doing bad things, when you try to meditate, there are lots of thoughts will come up, and you won't be able to enter samadhi. That's why the precepts are very important here. 那这几个字，我想大家很耳熟能详的。These are 勤修戒定慧，熄灭贪嗔痴。These are very well said, and I think familiar to everyone. Cultivate precepts, samadhi and wisdom, and put an end to greed, hatred, and delusion. 这个戒定慧就是刚刚讲的三无漏学，贪嗔痴我们讲的三毒。So these are precepts, samadhi, and wisdom are so the three practice to end outflow. And also greed, hatred, and delusion. These are the three poisons. 那这个三无漏学和三毒有什么关系？ So what's the relation between these three practice to end outflow and the three poisons? 它们其实是相对的。I think they actually you can pair them up. 我们从后面来看的话会更简单一点。Let's start from the end. 你有智慧的话，你就不会愚痴了嘛，对不对？你勤修戒定慧，你有智慧的，那你就不会愚痴了，你就把你的愚痴给灭掉。So if you cultivate wisdom, then you become wise, then you won't be deluded, right? So you put an end to delusion. 你有定力的时候，你会生气吗？会发脾气吗？ When you have the samadhi, or you become mad, become angry. 你因为没有定力，你才会发脾气啊，对不对？有定力的你就不会发脾气的，所以你有定的时候，你自然就不会有嗔。那so when you have samadhi, of course you won't get mad, easily get mad, you won't become angry. 那最后就讲到戒了，戒和贪有什么关系 ？So precepts and greed, how are they related? 我们会贪些什么东西 ？So what are you greed for? 我们讲的财色名食睡，这个是五欲，对不对？我们有可能贪财、贪色、贪名、贪食物、贪睡觉。And there are like 5 desires: wealth, sex, fame, food, and sleep. These are called the 5 desires. And we can be greedy of any of them. 那你贪财，你就可能去偷东西，对不对？等你持戒的话，你就不会去偷人家的东西了。So if you are greedy for wealth, you may go to steal, but you are upholding the precepts, then you won't commit that, you won't go to steal, right? 那贪色的话，就像那个淫戒，你如果不犯淫戒的话，你就不会去贪到那个淫戒。另外，名食物，你也可能是因为你贪食物、贪美味的话，你可能去杀生了，是不是 ？And if you are greedy for food, you may kill animals, and so that's why this precept refrain from killing. So these are, you can say that these are when you can uphold the precept purely, then you will be able to end your greed. And of course, when you have samadhi, then you will be able to put an end to your entry. And wisdom, and you put an end to delusion. So these are actually, you can say there's 3 pairs. 可以说这个其实是个3对，对在那边。所以你勤修戒定慧的话，你就可以熄灭贪嗔痴。那我想这个大家很清楚的，就是 this I think many people know that when Buddha was about to enter the nirvana, and Ananda asked Buddha 4 questions. One of the questions we are going to say here. 佛陀将要入灭的时候，阿难尊者问了佛陀4个问题，我们就谈论其中的一个问题。这个问题是阿难尊者问的释迦牟尼的问题。So this is the question. One of the questions Ananda asked the Buddha. 就是佛陀在世的时候，当然弟子是以佛陀为师嘛。那佛陀入灭以后，弟子们应该以谁为师？Of course, when Buddha was in the world, that he was a teacher of the disciples. But once he entered nirvana, then who is going to be the teacher of his disciples? The answer, I think everybody knows, right? 大家晓得什么答案？释迦牟尼有这种以戒为师。The Buddha said that take precepts as your teacher. 所以这边就讲到这个戒有多重要。为什么是要以戒为师 ？So why we need to take precepts of our teacher? This is a good guideline, good rules for us to follow. Because 你有个戒，照着戒去做的话，你就不会走错路。因为往往我们讲的那邪师说法，他们讲的东西不会照着佛戒来的。那你如果照着他们走的话，你就可能走错路。So we talk about there are false teachers in this time of the age, and they usually don't follow the Buddha's precepts. And if you follow them, then you'll go on the wrong road. But if you uphold the precepts, you take the precepts as your teacher, then you won't go down the wrong road. 那如果我们有戒来做的事的话，我们就不会走错路。那我们同时也可以，你要找善知识，你也可以以戒来做一个标准，衡量看这个是不是善知识。We can always use precepts as our standard to decide whether this is a good teacher to follow. Okay. 那如果他持戒清净的话，那大概可以值得成为我们的善知识。如果他持戒不清净的话，那你就要非常小心。So if this teacher follow the precept purely, then most likely this is a good teacher to follow. But if he doesn't, they don't follow the precept well, then you better be careful. This is continuing the sutra text. 那这个是经文，我们继续念下去。阿难，云何世间我名为戒？ 若诸世界六道众生起心不淫，则不随其生死相续。Ananda, why do I say that to follow the precept is to guide and focus the mind? In all worlds, beings in the six destinies, whose minds are free of sexual desire, will not be bound to an unending cycle of death and rebirth. 这边就佛陀就开始解释为什么他说色心叫做戒，他是把这是佛陀的定义嘛，色心为戒。所以现在佛陀就要解释为什么他说色心是戒。So the Buddha earlier defined what precepts is, right? Said the guide and focus the mind is precepts. Now he's going to explain why he defined precepts that way. 这边就讲了说，我们六道众生如果不淫的话，心不淫，没有淫欲心的话，就不会随其生死相续，就不会继续在这个轮回里头。会在这个生死轮回里头。So the Buddha said that these are the beings, the six destinies beings in the samsara. And if any being, the mind is free of sexual desire, then will not be bound to the unending cycle of death and rebirth. In samsara, there will be transcend, they will leave samsara. If you can have fear of desire， 就是说我们如果没有淫欲心的话，就可以出轮回。Let's continue， 继续。汝修三昧，本出尘劳，淫心不除，尘不可出。No matter how much you may practice in order to transcend the stress of entanglement with perceived objects,You will never transcend that stress until you have freed yourself from sexual desire. 这边讲的说，佛陀讲的说，你修三昧，本来是要出尘劳。什么是尘劳？我们等下来讲。淫心不除呢，尘不可出。你本来尘劳 ，so here the Buddha said that.No matter how much you practice, in order to transcend stress of entanglement with perceived object, this is a long turn. Actually, he's trying to translate these two characters. And we'll explain more carefully what this really means. You'll never transcend that stress. You'll never transcend the stress until you free yourself from sexual desire. 什么是尘劳？尘有不止一个意思，一般我们讲灰尘嘛，对不对 ？The two characters, this first character, this means dust. Actually, original means dust. Say particle, dust particle, is this dust. So they can mean defile things, right? You have dust that is dirty. 那你的灰尘的话，它就可能是指的是不干净的东西。那另外呢，你讲到我们的六根眼耳鼻舌，相对的就是六尘。你眼睛看到的东西是色尘，对不对？耳朵听到的是声尘。那鼻呢是嗅尘，是香尘等等这些东西。那个是六尘，就是你的感官能够感知的东西，我们又叫六尘，是这里的意思。So this character can also mean sense objects, and like our eyes see forms, our ears and hear sound. These are called the sense objects. Here you can see this translate into objects. 这里这个David 他把它翻成 objects， 就是那个六尘的意思。 劳就是很辛劳的意思，很劳苦，就是被这些尘所染污了，所见，这叫尘劳。So this lao can mean like a labor, and you have to work very hard. You become tired, and this got translated into stress, of entanglement with perceived objects. I'm not sure whether this is the best translation. I show you the definition in the dictionary. 这个是在天福宝的字典里头，尘劳，它讲的就是烦恼，烦恼的意名。So in this Chinese Buddhist dictionary, to say that 尘劳 just means affliction. This is digital dictionary of Buddhism. It's an affliction that fatigue the mind. And this fatigue is to explain the second character lao. 是贪嗔等之烦恼，焚秽真性，扰乱身心。所以这个劳就在这边，扰乱身心，就是你把的心给弄得很疲劳、很乱，所以叫做尘劳。所以尘劳照这个解释，其实就是烦恼。So if you follow this, actually this is just affliction. It's much easier than explain this way. Okay. 所以我们拿看成是烦恼的话，就是说你修三昧，本来你就是想要除烦恼，不要有烦恼。但是你离心不除的话，你这个烦恼不可能离开这个烦恼，你还是会有烦恼。So if we use affliction to this, that would mean that you practice samadhi, and the purpose is to transcend affliction. You don't want any more affliction. However, if you still have the sexual desire, then you won't be able to get rid of your affliction. You can explain that way, maybe easier to understand that in this translation. 这个是商人的解释的。你如果业行不断的话，就超出这个程度是不可能的事情。The master said that it's impossible that if you still have a sexual desire and you want to escape the transcend affliction, that's impossible. 有淫欲心的存在呢，那就是尘劳没有超出去。So if you do not cut off sexual desire, it will be impossible to get out the mundane defilement. This is the old translation. This is talking about that there's two characters. So, explain as defilement and 尘劳 mundane defilement. 这个旧的翻译，它是把它翻成世间的那个污浊的东西、污垢的东西，尘劳。上人这边呢，就强调了，淫欲心不除的话，我们想修到开悟成佛，那是不可能的事情。So the master emphasized that if you don't renounce sexual desire, it's just impossible to become enlightened, become a Buddha. There's no way, and we need to end our sexual desire before we can become a Buddha. 就是一定要把淫欲心给除掉，淫欲心不除掉的话，不可能成佛的。我想我们今天就先在这边停下来。I think we'll pause here because yesterday there was one question. Today 有一个问题，我想可以问到这个问题。大家如果有其他的问题的话，也可以。你可以提出来。So if you have questions, you can also bring that up. 他的问题是，来念一下。
来自中国天津的佛友田海玲问老师：拜忏对去世的亡人有什么帮助吗？This the person from China, Tianjin, her name is Tian Hailing. The question is, how does repentance help the deceased people?
你们觉得怎么样？拜忏对亡者有什么帮助？有没有帮助 ？So what do you think? You practicing repentance will that help the deceased? 有没有人要回答？Anyone want to answer the question? 没有人要试着回答。Want to try? 应用要不要回答一下？要点名啊！
我认为是有的啊。那个对藏经里是不是有点类似的？就是那个做为亡人做那个功德的话，自身得其福之寿，亡人得其福之益。
可以讲英文吗？
According to the Earth Sutra, that by practicing all the good deeds, the person can receive 6 out of 7 part of the benefits, and the deceased could receive 1/7 of the benefits.
要紧的是，你必须把你的功德回向。你来拜忏，当然没有功德嘛，对不对？你的心清净了，你的一些过去的事情，你可以把它忏掉。你自己有功德，但是亡者没有功德，你必须要把你的功德给他，这样子他才有功德。When you practice bowing, you create merit yourself, right? You repent and you bow, you create lots of merit, and that belongs to you, not to any other people. What you need to do, you have to dedicate the merit to a particular person or to a group of person. 你必须要回向你的功德给任何人，那个人才会受益的。你不回向的话，他接受不到，对不对？你赚了很多钱，你不给穷人，那穷人还是穷啊。Like you make lots of money, and you don't give to anyone. This poor guy is still poor. You have to give him money, right? Then he has become wealthy. 那同样的，我们在修行的时候。你修行就有功德，你不光是说拜忏，你任何的修行都有功德，那就必须要，你如果说要让其他人受益的话，你就要回向，就回向功德。So any practice you do generate the merit, okay, not just limit to repentance, but you have to dedicate merit to people, otherwise they won't receive it. You just keep it for yourself. 那当然，《地藏经》里有讲一种舍一得万报，对不对 ？The Earth Sutra says that you renounce one, you got 10,000 back. 所以那个意思就是说，你不要那么吝啬，你不要说我有很多钱，我不愿意给人家。那《地藏经》告诉我说，你给人家1块钱，你会得到1万块钱。So you don't want to be stingy, but you are very wealthy and you don't want to give money to people. But also Sutra said that when you give $1, you get 10,000 back. 但是这个不是就说我们要怀着那个心得万报那个心才去布施，你那样子的话就不是清净的布施。Okay? But you are not supposed to harbor that thought. I'm giving Sam $1, I want 10,000 back. That's not pure, right? It's not pure. 那我们一般讲说你要三轮体空，三轮就是哪三轮 ？And there's a term says the three wheels are empty. The wheel is difficult to explain. 三轮那个为什么要轮我也不清楚，就是讲说你施者，你对不对？你给人家1块钱，你是那个施者，这是一轮。那受者是第二轮，那1块钱是第三轮。这三轮都要空了，你要把自己给忘了，我把 cent 也忘掉了，我把那我1块钱也忘掉了，那我就三轮体空了，我把自己也忘了。So you need to forget about yourself. You are one of the 3 parts, and you also need to forget about the receiver, and you also need to forget about the gift. For example, I give $1 to Sam. Right? I have to forget myself. I forget Sam. I forget the $1. Then that's pure giving. 那只有这样子，那个才是真正的清净的布施。我们回向功德也是这样子，你不要回向的功德给人家，你就一直想着我回向功德给谁给谁，我功德有多大，我舍一得万报，那你就没有功德了。你如果真的这样子，没有真正的功德。So don't just harbor the thought that I dedicate and the merit to so and so, and you need to pay me back, right? And that's not really pure giving. You won't really receive lots of merit actually doing that. 还有其他问题吗？ You have to use a microphone. Don't ask difficult questions.
It is a frequently asked question, so I ask because it is a difficult question. I don't know how to answer. It's related to the precept against sexual misconduct, so not the monastic precept of the lay people. About is it okay to have a partner that you're not married to and still consider that upholding the precept if you are having sexual relations with that unmarried partner?
Chinese?
不知道讲什么。
没有结婚同居算不算犯邪见
This is a difficult question. 这个问题是不容易回答的问题。Traditionally, it's breaking the precept. If you want to follow the traditional way, that's breaking precept. 你如果是要照着传统的说法去的话，那个是断戒，没有错。OK， 但是现在这个社会，很多人都是就这样子住在一起的。And now I think it's almost like a fashion. People just stay together without marriage. So it's difficult to say actually. 那我要讲的就是上面也讲过。其实要紧的是说，你如果一个人跟不止一个人有性关系的话，你将来死了以后，你的那个灵会被分开来。I think that one important thing we have to remember is the master said that if you have a sexual relation with more than one people, and after you die, your consciousness or your soul will be divided to how many people you have relation with. 所以就是说，你如果跟2个人，好比说你结婚了，对不对？离婚又再婚，那你这样子会跟2个人有关系。你死了以后呢， 你的那个灵会被分成2半。你跟10个人有关系的话，就分成10份。So if you are married and you divorce and remarry, you have relation with 2 people, and after you die, your soul will be divided into 2 parts to heaven. If you have relation with 10 people, your soul will be divided into 10 parts. And the problem is when your souls got divided into so many parts, it's difficult to come back, and it's difficult to become a human again. 那你分灵了以后呢，你要把这灵再凑回来，不容易凑回来，不容易凑回来，你就不容易再成人，你会变成地等动物，甚至呢变成像昆虫一样。You may become an animal or even like insects. If you consider this, and you have to be careful, right? The people stay together and without marriage. If they stay together the whole time throughout the rest of the life, their soul won't be divided. But without the constraint of marriage, people can probably easier to separate and to stay with other people again. Then they'll receive their retribution. 那你没有结婚就同居的话，你没有那个婚姻的那个束缚在，就容易分手，然后又和别人住在一起。那样子的话，将来你就会受到那个分离的果报。所以我想要从这边来去看它。If you are very loyal to your partner, then I don't think it's anything big deal. 那你如果是对这个伴，你这个老伴永远就是一个人的话，那我想不是一个大问题。Another point I want to say is it's over time already. 另外我要提到就是说，所以会设这个邪淫戒，意思就是说，你不希望和别人有关系嘛，对不对？你不希望，你如果说是你已婚的。你跟另外一个已婚的人有婚外情的话，你破坏了2个家庭，你破坏自己的家庭，你也破坏别人的家庭。So if you are married and you had an affair with another married person, the affair actually you are harming 2 families, right? That's why this precept is set up there and refrain from sexual misconduct, so that you can keep the harmony of the society and the family as well. And so if you have only one partner the whole your life, then you are not harming anyone. So from that point of view, you are not breaking precepts. The spirit of precept is there. 所以你从那边来看的话，就是说，你只有一个。你同居对象只有一个人，一辈子就只有一个人，你对任何家庭没有伤害，对不对？所以从那边来看的话，并没有犯戒，因为这个邪淫戒的主要的目的就是避免发生这些婚外情，破坏家庭，破坏社会，破坏自己家庭的生活这样子。那你如果只是同样的一个2个人一直生活在一起的话，你没有影响到其他家庭。从哪里来看的话，并没有说违背到这条戒律的精神。OK， 我们已经超过时间了。另外一个问题，明天再回答，好吧？I think there's another question. We save that for tomorrow. 老还在戒的问题。
净土，三宝十种恩，下济三途苦，所有见闻者，悉发菩提心，尽此一报身，无生极乐